What's up, AFA? Thanks for popping in the other stream. I'm just bored right now. My girlfriend's playing VR, so I just checked my eligibility for memberships, and it's at 29.97 out of 3,000. So, what's up, Denzens? Also, thank you for coming to the D Amazing live stream. That was a lot of fun. I think I made a new friend, so that's cool. It was really cool experience, and I'm hoping to have more people live on stream soon for y'all to ask questions after I finish picking their brain, because you know I had a lot of questions I wanted to ask him. Thank you. I appreciate that, AFA. It was my first time interviewing somebody, so it was definitely, what's up, Cologne boy? It was definitely an experience because I had never interviewed someone like that before. And fortunately, I think he picked up on that, so he gave me a little bit of slack with some parts where I was just like, sorry. But it is what it is. It was a good first experience. D Amazing is a great guy, and it's a great experience overall. 10 out of 10 would do again. Yeah, I'm glad he was able to get to all of the questions. By the way, hit the like button, please, if you don't mind, everybody. 5 watching, 0 likes so far. And yeah, he definitely. I asked him if there was anything that he didn't want to talk about, and we made sure. And nobody asked anyway, but I just made sure that that wasn't going to come up. So yeah, you did a good job with Duarte the other day as well. When I was watching and destroyed my other phone, which is why I have the new one now. But he gave me a couple of tips for like lighting and for like dioramas and stuff. So I was just in here messing around, trying to take his advice. So I spread it out more. I gave myself some more space. I moved the lighting back, and I think it actually does work a little bit better. And I moved this diorama over this other part of the diorama. What's up, Gizmo's Cat World? Well, if it keeps suggesting me on the algorithm, you might as well hit subscribe. Yeah, it all goes back to the phone. So what was going to be a horrible weekend turned out to be a great weekend so far. So I'm really, really happy about that. Hey, Darth Alba, you missed the D Amazing stream, unless you were in there, in which case you didn't miss it. 21 watching. Come on, hit the like button. Let's get 21, at least 20 likes on the stream. So yeah, you did subscribe. Thank you, Gizmo. I appreciate that. But yeah, if you were watching earlier today at 1 o'clock, I did a stream with D Amazing. It was really cool. You can always go back and catch the replay. It was a lot of fun, and got a lot of questions in that I've been dying to ask him for a long time. What lights am I using? So these are actually little light speakers from Costco that I got when I worked there, and they have different brightness, and then you have red, and so they're, what are they called? Infinity X1. They're just some USB-C chargeable lights, and you can also play music off of them. Well, I'm glad you watched the replay, Alba, because it was definitely worth watching on a replay. It was a great interview. It was a lot of fun. Gosh, my phone is hold on, I gotta tighten the stand a little bit. Sorry. Why am I playing with a wolf toy? So he was just laying here. When I was rearranging my diorama, I had a bunch of stuff up on top of the other one, and the wolf was one of the things. This is a loose collector werewolf. And he's cool. He's just got loose ankles, so it's hard for him to stand. But he's definitely a cool looking. See, he just fell over. But I'm playing with it because I'm just fidgeting with my hands. But I think it's a cool figure. It just has trouble standing. But that's how it be sometimes. But yeah, it was definitely a fun stream. There he goes, falling over again. Look into the Ulanzi lights. That's what I use. 2 of the $20 cube lights and 1 of the big $30. I might just grab the ones that Dee showed on the stream, because those ones look really useful, especially because you can stack them and they look really bright, and then you can set them up in inconspicuous places. Like, maybe I should put that around that corner so that the red is over there. Yeah, that looks better rather than having it so bright. And then you move this to the front, and look at that. The lighting's a little bit better. I don't know. Lighting is a real issue for me. I'll have to go back. I already watched his lighting video, but I'll have to go back and like piece by piece just kind of try to like replicate the best I can in my diorama. But did I build it? No. This the whole the whole diorama is yeah, 3-point lighting. It's just I got this one up here. I got a ring light up top. I got this and I got this. So I really have 4-point lighting. And it does add dynamics. It's just you gotta move the stuff around. And yeah, the diorama. And I did throw some of your stuff in my questions, Jeff. I kind of tried to work it in naturally, like about asking about the cats and the lighting and all that stuff. So I do appreciate you vetting my questions and giving me some input. But yeah, I just rearranged all of this. So now this is more cleared off for me to work and leave stuff on. But yeah, all of this is extreme sets. So it's essentially cardboard that you can fold and unfold and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it was definitely a fun stream, and thank you for tuning in, Jeff. I'm trying to thank everybody for tuning in, because it's one thing to have, I mean, no, it doesn't matter. I was just happy to have D there, but just having people watching and asking questions made it all the much better. Like, if it was just me and D one-on-one, it still would have been great. What's my favorite toy line is a really hard question. Because if you had asked me that maybe like last year, I might have said Marvel Legends. But maybe Mezco. Maybe Mezco. And no, I did not watch the Minecraft movie. I will probably wait for streaming for that one, just because I saved the theater for like big things. Like I'm gonna go see Doomsday. I'll go see Secret Wars. I want to go see Death of a Unicorn. There's a couple other movies coming out, but like wanting to go to the theater is one thing. Actually getting to go to the theater is a completely different thing. Like work and working on the YouTube channel and other stuff. Oh, really excited because I love this Spider-Man. Still love the retro card Spider-Man to this day. Tomorrow, one of my Tarkir Dragonstorm Magic the Gathering Commander decks is coming. So that'll be exciting. Maybe, because I don't do Magic content, maybe I'll do a video on that, like a quick 5-minute video, just talking about the deck and all that stuff. I'll be right back because I need some water. So yeah, I'm getting my Tarkir Dragonstorm Commander deck tomorrow. 3 likes, come on, 10 people watching, hit the like button. Lonzi light cubes. You know, I can always grab a couple of cheap lights and practice and see which ones I like. And the more lights, the better, probably. Okay, you'd like to see a video on that Darth Alba. All right, so I will, when I get my Commander deck tomorrow, and I'm also getting another one on Monday. It just so happens that one is coming on Sunday, which is a day before release. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for upping the likes. But yeah, we do like to play Magic. It's just I only have 2 Commander decks right now, and one of them is ridiculously nasty. It's Krenko. It's a Goblin deck. It's so mean to use that thing. And then the other one that I built myself is a straight up green. The Krenko's straight up red, but it's a green deck. It's Nylea as the commander. And the thing about Nylea is, until you have 5 devotion to green, you can have her on the board, but she counts as like an enchantment because she's not a creature until you have devotion to green. And she's also indestructible when she becomes a creature. So if you give her hexproof when she's indestructible, it's almost like you can't get rid of her unless you do a complete board wipe, or something like that, or exile. But you can always put them back to the command zone once and pay extra mana to play them. So it's like an OP deck that I built. But not only can I win with Nylea, I have a Hero's Bane, which is a Hydra, and it comes out with 4 1/1s on it. So it's a 0/0 and it becomes a 4/4, and then you pay 4 mana every turn, and you can tap it and you can double the tokens. So a 4/4 becomes an 8/8, becomes a 16/16, etc., every turn if you pay the mana cost. So is that a scar? Yeah, I have it. nobody generally asks, but yes, I have a scar right here. I had a birthmark on my nose, and they took tissue from there and stretched over after they removed it. So yeah, I have a little bit of a scar. I'm surprised you noticed that though, because usually people don't notice that. But yeah, I have a facial scar, but it's kind of gnarly, I think. But yeah, Magic the Gathering. It's not something that I usually talk about on my channel, but I can dabble here. It's another thing like toys and all that stuff. The price is just gonna go up, so it's buy it while you can, essentially. So I've got a couple Commander decks pre-ordered. I've got the Spider-Man with the Spider-Man Magic the Gathering promo, not promo. It's like a it comes with 2 commanders and like some boosters and stuff. But that's like $70. And used to run a white blue angel deck that, oh, I hate you already. Just decked as a wall. People quit. See, ooh, blue white. Blue is bad enough, but blue white, no thank you. I don't want to play against that. Oh no, that's just a choker. That's just a choker. I don't have a scar on my neck. That'd be cool though. If I was like, gonna go out. No, that wouldn't be cool. Someone cut my neck. What am I talking about? But yeah, white blue, Jeff. That's so mean. I built a 60 card blue deck, and it's kind of broken. It's a little nasty, but the draws kind of suck. Like I don't have enough blue mana, so I can't really play a lot of stuff with it. I'll have to improve that. But I prefer Commander. It's a lot more fun. 15 watching. We got 5 likes. Go ahead and smash the like button. But yeah, Magic the Gathering is fun. It's a lot of fun. But I don't have a group of friends. It's just me and my partner that play against each other. So it gets a little old playing. And she, oh my God. So when she gets a hobby, she really gets into it. And she's like, oh, let's play Magic. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. She built, it's like a $400 deck at this point, just the amount of cards. She made a Shieldred Commander deck. And not only is it a Shieldred Commander deck, she's got like 3 other versions of Shieldred in that deck. And her Commander Shieldred, whenever you draw a card, you lose 2 life. It's such BS. And that Shieldred card is like $100. But that's how she is. She's just gonna build the nastiest, meanest deck and make it so not fun to play against her. And then a silver deck. Silver deck? What do you mean silver deck? I know she knows what she's doing. She did her research. She's like, I'm going to build the nastiest deck possible. And she's like, you can't use Krinko. It's frustrating. And I'm like, what do you think playing a Shieldred Commander is like? That's frustrating as shit. Shoulder tattoo. I mean, which the butterfly, the pentagram, the iris skull. I got a zombie unicorn. I've got a periphery tattoo. And then I've got Opeth on my back. And that's all my tattoos. Oh, sliver deck. Sorry. No, we already had the live with D Amazing. This is the after live, Evil Paul. The D Amazing stream was at 1 p.m. So go watch the replay after this if you want, because it was really, really cool. It was a lot of fun, and D's a great guy, and I'm glad that I had the opportunity to talk with him. Let me see what this says. Oh, it's okay. No worries. No worries. But like I said, go watch it after the fact. Come on, y'all. Let's get to even amount of likes. I know it's annoying, but like it really helps out with the algorithm and pushing my channel, all that stuff. And like I said, I'm probably going to have it tomorrow, but I'm 3 watch hours away from getting channel memberships. And when I get channel memberships, that's extra content for people. And I'm only going to charge 99 cents because I'm pretty sure that's the lowest you can go. And if that's too much for you, that's totally fine. I get it. But there'll be early reviews. Like I'm going to have, I'm getting Savage Opress. I'm going to ship him next week. I should have Maximum Spider-Man next week. I should have, Ahaya Godzilla next week. And then the week after that, I should have Miles, I should have Adam Warlock, and I should have Dakin. So all of those videos are going to go up like 2 or 3 days early for members. And then everyone else will get them on like Thursday. So they'll go up on, say like a month. I don't know. They'll go up when they go up. And then everyone else will get them 3 days later. But yeah, it's a lot of shit coming. And that's the problem. And thankfully, all of that stuff that's coming is pre-order prices except for Maximum Spider-Man, because I was on Maximilian Tucker's stream last night and Rollkeeper was talking about how his Maximum Spider-Man came from Best Buy, and I went fucking click searching, frantic searching for Maximum Spider-Man on Best Buy. It was sold out. So I went to fucking eBay and I paid like more than retail for it because Pulse canceled my freaking Maximum Spider-Man pre-order. I pre-ordered 2, one to give away to y'all, which would be on a members only live stream. So that'll be another reason to be a member when I get them. I have 3 giveaways going on now, and those are going to be for everyone, not members only. But giveaways going forward will be on live streams, and they will be for members only. So that's another way and another reason, more incentive to be a member when I get the memberships. Also, I know it feels like I'm plugging myself, but that's because I am. I have merch now. So there's a merch store on Fourth Wall. It's Rowdy Riles Fourth Wall or whatever. I'll put the link in the description or something. Do you also review bootlegs? I reviewed the CT Symbiote Spider-Man and CT Wolverine. So definitely check out those videos. I think my Rhea Ripley should be coming from Amazon. I want a Rhea Ripley figure, but thank you, Denzens. I appreciate that. But I got rid of all my wrestling figures last year after the whole Vince McMahon, Brock Lesnar fiasco and you know, all the other behind the scenes stuff going on in WWE. I'm just not a fan of. So I was like, I'm going to get rid of these figures and stop buying them. Still watch wrestling sometimes. Love me some Rhea Ripley. So it would be cool to get a Rhea Ripley figure. But the thing, like, and you can call me a shill if you want. The thing I'm looking forward to most is Maximum Spider-Man. Because, I'm not going to go out of my way to buy a Rhea Ripley figure. But if I find it, or if I see it on clearance, whatever, I'm going to get it. But I need my Maximum Spider-Man. Because right now, the Amazing Fantasy with the Ben Reilly retro head is the best Spider-Man for me. But the Maximum Spider-Man has just this much more height. This one and the Renew Your Vows are too tall. Too big. Spider-Man is 5'10". 5'10" tops. And I know I go over this a lot, but that's because I'm really passionate about Spider-Man and that he should look a certain way, which is to say not super tall and not super ripped. So, this is my preferred Spider-Man right now. But when the Maximum Spider-Man comes out, yeah, the blue is dark and it's got the McFarlane head and all that stuff. But I'm hoping the reds match enough that I could swap out the kind of John Romita styled head, which is right here, as opposed to the Todd McFarlane head, because I like the Todd McFarlane design of Spider-Man, but I already have a McFarlane Spider-Man because I have the Raft head sculpt on the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. Can y'all tell that I like Spider-Man? Hit the like if you can tell that I like Spider-Man. But you know, I have 3 red and blue I have 4 red and blue Spider-Man. There's even more. So what's another one? Especially in like, is it worth it to us for $50 for Maximum Spider-Man, which I paid more because I'm an idiot. Is it worth this for us to pay $50 for Maximum Spider-Man? No. $35, $40, perfect pricing in a perfect world, but that's not what we're getting. But me, being a Spider-Man fan and also being a toy reviewer on YouTube, I want it. Simply because we have all these other versions. I want to know which one's best. And I think it will still be, regardless of whether it's too expensive, it will still be the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man that we have to date. I don't know why I'm swinging Spider-Man around violently. How come they haven't done a cartoon or comic version Madam Web? Because Madam Web is a very niche character. You can judge me all you want, Jeff. But I bought Maximum Spider-Man because I'm a spider shill. Mafex, Mezco, Legends, SHF, Spider-Man, I'll grab it. Specifically, Peter Parker, red and blue, or Symbiote, because Symbiote suit is pure fuego. I don't care what anyone says. Well, Denzens, it's one of those cases of the dude lives in his own world where everyone around him says yes. And by everyone around him, I mean he hears everyone saying no and it turns into yes. Oh yeah, everyone loves that I make Batman. Warner Brothers loves it, but it's my favorite thing. So everyone else, I love Batman. It's like, Todd, we get it. You love Batman. A lot of people love Batman. I'm actually not the biggest Batman fan, but I do like Batman. I think that Terry, hello Mika. I think that Terry and Dick Grayson are better Batman than Bruce, just because they don't have their brooding emotional damage that hampers their temperament. So you know how it is. I don't like Bruce. I don't like Bruce that much as Batman. I like the character of Batman, but he's not my favorite Batman, even though he is Batman. I prefer a more lighthearted, more carefree, more I don't have to beat someone within an inch of their life to prove a point. Batman. Jason Todd is a better Batman. When was Jason Todd Batman? I don't know. Let me know, Jeff, because I know you know, but I can't recall a single time other than the battle for the cowl or whatever when someone else was, or when Jason Todd was Batman. Battle for the Cowl. Okay, so yeah, that's the one case. So yeah, everyone was trying to be Batman, just like when Captain America died. It was just a ripoff of the post-Civil War story, essentially, which is fine. But then we got Dick Grayson Batman out of it. And then I think having the dynamic switch between Robin being the brooding, like psychotic almost person who likes to beat people up, and Batman being the more tempered, goofy, kind of carefree one is a really interesting inversion of the dynamic, and it makes for a more interesting Batman and Robin, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know if I articulated that well. Year one Batman is great. Yeah, if Bruce hadn't come back and Dick was still Grayson, I'd be cool with it. I'd be like, yeah. Or Dick was still Batman. I said Dick was still Grayson. Dick was still Batman. I'd be cool with that shit because, like I said, but I got rid of the McFarlane Dick Bat specifically because that figure sucked a fat load of eggs. So I was like, I'm done. I'm never buying a McFarlane figure again, regardless of the branding, regardless of who he's making. Fuck that shit. I'm out. So I sold all my McFarlane stuff except for Terry McGinnis. Going back to that, A, being a solid figure, McFarlaneisms aside, and B, Terry's badass. I would like a reissued Mezco Terry McGinnis. I think that would be sick. Oh, what else to talk about? What'd you say, Jeff? In the What If Jason Todd love storyline, Bruce retired, Grayson took over, and Jason headed up Arkham, went mad, and became the Joker. Sounds about right. Because when you get beat to death with a crowbar by the Joker, it's probably gonna leave some scarring, and you're gonna be like, man, I could go a little crazy from that. But I really am excited for Maximum Spider-Man. That other head sculpt aside, though, because that Maximum Spider-Man head sculpt is hideous. I just knocked over way too many figures when we have the really nice. Uh-oh. How am I going to do this? Renew Your Vows Peter Parker head sculpt, which is probably a much better representation of Peter Parker as far as the head sculpt. Because the one that they included with the Maximum Spider-Man looks freaking goofy as heck. And that's the only accessory in that I'm just going to throw in a bin and just probably never use again. Or I may throw it on like a random civilian figure, and because it doesn't look like Peter Parker to me. Oh, so I was talking in my other stream. Spoiler alert for all new Venom. I was asking if it was just a cover, if MJ was Venom. No, she's actually Venom. So, oh boy. I really, really don't know what Marvel editorial has against Spider-Man because he's their most popular character. And that includes the side characters. Why do you just crap on every single character? Like, they already made fucking Paul. Don't get me started on Paul. And then you tried to make MJ a superhero with the stupid jackpot fucking thing, which is the dumbest thing ever. My wristband could kill me, or it could give me some cool superpowers. So let's risk that shit. That's fucking stupid. And then you give MJ the Venom symbiote. What the fuck? Why? Why? What would drive Mary Jane Watson to be like, yeah, Venom, let's go fight crime on the street together? Because I know how well that works out for people. What the fuck? Why? I know it's only temporary. And granted, Eddie Brock as Carnage is pretty cool. That's a pretty cool concept, with Carnage or Eddie constantly having to wrestle with the symbiote and be like, hey, you shouldn't be killing people. And he's like, bro, I'm Carnage. What do you expect me to do? You think when you black out, I'm just gonna go sniff some flowers and pet puppies? No, I'm demolishing people, bro. And Eddie's like, oh man. So hopefully at some point, Venom goes back to Eddie, even though the Carnage Eddie dynamic is cool. They get rid of Paul. Someone walks up to him just on the streets. It doesn't even have to be a supervillain. It can be just some random guy. And he's like, I hate your goatee. And he just like, does his thing like, I don't want to say anything too bad, but screw Paul, get rid of Paul, get rid of him. And if you're not going to let Peter be with MJ, at least let him be with Felicia Hardy. At least let him be with Black Cat, because he at least deserves that. Come on, Marvel. You're doing my boy Peter so dirty, and I don't understand it. And of course, yeah, Spider-Man's greatest enemy is his writing, or his writers. Just some random guy. I mean, you can't tell me if you saw Paul walking by on the street and you looked at me and be like, man, that looks like a dude I could just punch in the face. I don't know why I hate him, but I just want to punch that dude. You don't think that that's how you would feel? And by the way, we've got to fix this now, because in my rage to grab, not rage, but grabbing that Peter Parker head sculpt, I knocked a couple people over. Oh, look, there's Venom herself, MJ. All the Ben Rileys and Kanes and clones. Who did I knock over? All right. I knocked over Spider-Ham. So Spider-Ham's got to go up here. Where's Peter? Peter is right here next to Ms. Lion and his two bitches. Sorry. Violence! No, Max, no violence here, but there was violence. There's always violence on my channel. Whether it be self-inflicted on accident or two toys in their shelving. All right, Miles is back. Gonna get rid of this Miles on the shelf soon. He's getting replaced by that ultimate Miles. There's Lila. Put her there. And who else did I grab down? All right. Hopefully this goes smoothly and I don't knock anybody over. And if I do, I'm going to scream and curse, because we're going to put Renew Your Vows right back up in the middle. All right. So that's good. Now let's put the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man back, because he doesn't belong on the floor. And I don't know where he's going to go when I get Maximum Spider-Man, because on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf, the Spidey spot is taken by the Mafex. So I'm thinking this guy will just be down in my diorama for comparisons and all that stuff. Was AFA playing COD? What did I miss? What did I miss in the chat? Oh, when I go back into comics in terms of DC, I was only reading Harley Quinn. The last DC comics that I read were New 52 stuff, and I actually have my bin in here somewhere of comics. It's in here somewhere, I believe. Oh yeah. No, that's not it. Is that it? That's a bin of comics, but that's not the bin of comics. Where is that now? Huh. Well, I'll find it later, but I have a whole box of A, New 52 DC stuff, and B, I have the first run of Saga until it took like a break for a while, and then I fell off because it was like, I don't know, like a year break. And Brian K. Vaughan is a really good author. I don't know if y'all have read any of his stuff, but he did like Y the Last Man, Saga, obviously, and there's some other stuff that I can't think of right now. But yeah, there's a lot of comics in there. I have the Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder Batman run from start up to Death of the Family. I think I finished Death of the Family, and that's where I stopped. But Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, that is a dynamic duo right there. That was a fantastic run of Batman. The Court of Owls, Death of the Family, obviously. And then they did I forget what other runs were in that, but there was a lot of Capullo is a fantastic artist. A lot of really great stuff in that run of Batman. Then I had that run of Nightwing. Animal Man, I actually had the New 52 run up to the first 8 or 9 issues of Animal Man. Green Arrow, which the New 52 run kind of sucked. It was very CW slanted, which I like the CW Arrow show, but like the comics are separate from that. So New 52 Green Arrow, and they didn't even give him his goatee. He had like 5 o'clock shadow in the shape of a goatee, just like in Arrow. So it was like, I see what you're doing, DC. So I dropped that run. I was reading Catwoman. I was reading Action Comics, Detective Comics, and then of course Superman, Justice League. And I don't think I have the Harley. I don't think I have that Harley run, but I have a lot. 13 watching, 9 likes. Let's get up to 10 likes or 11 likes. Let's get to 11 likes. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in the New 52 comic books, but a lot of it was also so samey and not so great. And it was only a matter of time before they rebooted it again. They were like, this is the new status quo. And it's like, for now, it's the new status quo. For now. And I don't even know what DC's doing right now. Thank you, 10 likes. I literally couldn't tell you what's happening in DC Comics right now because I just don't give a fuck. I haven't given a shit since Warner Brothers sold to Discovery and started throwing away movies and canceling stuff and just micromanaging and all that stuff. So like I haven't had the time. I'm hoping that James Gunn's new movies turn everything around. Because that Superman movie looks really good. His Suicide Squad movie is really good. Creature Commandos is really good. Peacemaker was really good. And all that stuff is canon now because of Creature Commandos. So that means, y'all, and this is the big part, Margot Robbie is still Harley Quinn. Hell fucking yeah. Currently reading Batman Dark Patterns. Batman The Last Halloween, Daredevil, all in for the Hush sequel, and I think that's it. I wish they did more with Manu Bennett as Deathstroke. He was great. Yeah, have you seen Spartacus? That's a really good show. Also, hi Manny. Man, Myth, and Legends. Manny, I don't know. I'm sorry. I still don't know how to say your name. It's hard to read. But DC is love-hate for me. Like, I'm more of a Marvel purist anyway. I know a lot more shit about Marvel than I do about DC. And I know a lot about DC. I'm not a slouch on DC knowledge either, but it's just like, this is what I appreciate. These types of heroes, the not untouchable, kind of have real world problems, don't wear capes and all that kind of stuff, because most Marvel heroes don't wear capes. Oh, and Green Arrow might be dropping that. It's just not good. The current Green Arrow comic, yeah, James Gunn's Superman will be really good. Man Myth. Okay. Man Myth. No, I'll call you Man Myth. Don't worry. I got your name. What was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say. But that's fine. This Spider-Man, he really took a beating. Now his ankles are falling off. She's back as Harley. Let's fucking go. I mean, so it's not confirmed, but like, so Peacemaker's canon, other than that Justice League scene at the end. The Suicide Squad movie, which had Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn once again and had Weasel and all that shit, that's canon because of Creature Commandos. So by that logic, yes, AFA, Margot Robbie is still DC's Harley Quinn, and I fucking love that. Just throw all the other shit away. Keep the stuff that works. I mean, Henry Cavill worked. Not so much the characterization of Superman, but as far as the visuals for Superman, Henry Cavill had that shit down to a T. So hot too. That helps. But yeah. Margot Robbie should be back as Harley Quinn when they announce something with Harley Quinn in it. So Daredevil just killed Bullseye for the 40th time. So did he really? In the current Daredevil run? That's interesting. I want to talk about Daredevil Born Again, but it's not over yet. So we're still in spoiler territory, so I can't talk about it. I just can't talk about it. Yeah, fucking Todd didn't even make any Harley shit. And even those Margot Robbie ones look like total ass. Like, I got rid of all my McFarlane stuff. I like the Daredevil show, Jeff. I think the slow burn was interesting, and if we didn't get the reshoots, there would have been even less Daredevil in it. So I'm hoping season 2, and based on the leaked set photos with that black and red suit, I'm sure we'll see Daredevil from start to finish in season 2. So see, slow burns are like hit or miss for me, and does it suck having another season of Daredevil? Because Netflix did it every single time. Of Matt being like, I don't know if I can be Daredevil anymore, guys. It's so hard not killing people. And it's like, it's not really. You've been doing it the whole time. And if you, I really want to talk about the first like 5 minutes of Daredevil Born Again, because I really thought that he did something at the beginning of the show, and I was like, they didn't do it. And yeah, the Harley Quinn animated show is great. I love that show. I need to catch up on the current season. I love Bane in that show. Oh, everyone hates me. I wonder why. So funny that they did him kind of like a Tom Hardy voice. Henry made Superman look so good. That new Superman I don't like, but I still give him. I like that he's tall. He's like 6'5" or something like that. So that dude is tall as shit. And you should be able to climb Superman. You should be like, "What's up, Superman?" And I like that he slouches over and like pushes his hair down for Clark Kent, like Christopher Reeve did, because he like slouched and changed his posture and like got all mousy and stuff. But he was a big dude. Christopher Reeve was like 6'1", something like that. Rest in peace. Bane in the animated show is great. Yeah, he's my favorite character from Harley Quinn, probably, other than Harley herself. And you know, Katie Coco, or whatever her name is, Katie, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. She does a really good Harley. I know she doesn't really do the accent. She doesn't really slip into the Brooklyn accent, but she does a fantastic job as Harley. And I like the voice actress that does Ivy as well. I'm pretty sure she was in that show, Children's Hospital, on Adult Swim. I could be wrong, but I think the voice actress for Ivy was on that show, and that show's fucking hilarious. But Clayface as Billy Bob Thornton? Is that who he is? That shit is so funny. Every time that gets me. Because I was trying to figure out where I was in the show, and I was like, oh, I'd already seen this. Oh, Clayface is Billy Bob Thornton. I am a serious actor. Yeah, they're great, but Bane is so funny. The Valentine special where he gets supersized and naked and wants to fuck everything. That is so funny. Oh, I'm so horny. Yeah, that shit's so fucking funny. Sorry, that was inappropriate. But that shit got me. That shit was fucking. And then what's his name? Is it the dude from Dawson's Creek that talked him down? He's like, he's so hot. Ah, like that was great. I don't remember who it was, but that shit. Yeah, that Harley Quinn show. I need to watch the newest season. I'm glad I have Max. Oh shit! You know what's on tomorrow? Let's talk TV. Righteous Gemstones. I always forget, and then I watch the next day. I gotta watch that shit tomorrow when I get home from work. I gotta watch the Righteous Gemstones. Cause I don't know. It's not even like. I mean, it is a crazy show, but it's not like even like that wild of a show. It's just they're so ridiculous. Daddy Capri, come on, fans. I can't. That shit is so funny. And then Walton Goggins just completely naked jet skiing. Holy shit. It's not something I ever thought I would see, but That's the Righteous Gemstones for you. It's just shit. You're like, I can't believe that I'm watching this on TV. Danny McBride is a creative genius. I don't care what anyone says. Eastbound and Down, Vice Principals, Righteous Gemstones. When he was in This Is the End as the bad guy of that movie, and Channing Tatum at the end. Oh man, that and Red in Pineapple Express too. You just got killed by a Daewoo, bitch. That shit is so funny. Oh, I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent. But yeah, there's not a lot to watch right now cuz Severance just ended. If y'all have seen Severance, ooh, I don't know how long we're going to have to wait for season 3, but God, it's going to be way too long cuz I want to know what the fuck happens in that show. I want to know like yesterday what's going to happen. And I don't want to talk about it cuz I don't know if y'all have seen it, but that show is nuts. But can Maximum Spider-Man do this? Can he hold his own head or his own head between his 2 feet? I don't know. We'll find out when I get the figure, and if I have channel memberships, you'll get to see that early. Well, I will. It's just a matter of when. Da booty dough. Sorry. I should end the stream now. Oh my goodness. But for real, I'm gonna get going. Because this was supposed to be a random little stream and I'm already going close to an hour. I already streamed for an hour today. So go catch the replay on that, my D Amazing stream. Because it was a lot of fun, just like this, but in a different way. Because here I am unrestrained. I have no inhibitions, no one holding me back. There I had to be immediate. I had to be calm. I had to iterate questions and speak and not speak at times and just be like, absolutely, and just listen. And I was hanging on every word. I was absolutely hanging on every word. But it's a little different for me because usually when I'm doing lives, I have to take the reins. I have to do all the talking. And that's not always the case when I jump on with other people. But doing the interview is a little bit different than this. So it's a different vibe. Go catch the replay. Stay tuned for all of those reviews that I said are coming. All that Marvel Legends shit that's coming this month. Savage Opress, which I'm really excited about. All that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for channel memberships. If you want merch, there's a couple different things on. I am going to collaborate with artists and get some other cool exclusive, maybe timed exclusive drops that are not unlimited. But there's just Rowdy Riles logo stuff, and then there's also hashtag Rowdy Rascals stuff. So you could get a mug, you can get a hat, or not a hat, a sweatshirt or a t-shirt that says hashtag Rowdy Rascal, and that's just what I call y'all. That's what I call my subscribers and all that stuff. So merch, lives, memberships, all blowing up very soon. Especially the lives. I want to do a lot more interviews. So stay tuned. I like having guests, but I like to do solo streams too. You get what you get. And if you don't like it, there's the door. Exactly. Some days you get me. Some days you get me and a guest. Some days you get Amir being ridiculous, whatever that is. Woman, haha. Well, I appreciate the support. I do. But yeah, I love y'all. I'll see you next time. Until then, bye-bye. Mwah.